Hello, 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 everyone. Oh, I have to change my thing. Haha. 1 second, guys. Oops. Almost forgot that I had a different prompt up here. Wrong one. No, I was doing it right. There we go. How is everyone doing today? It's Thursday. I forgot what day it is. That's awesome, Steak. I appreciate you being a huge fan. Hi, Mia. Ooh, I gotta set that. Let me set that real quick. Oh no, yeah, that needs to be changed. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll try this. Hello. Mermaids. Has everybody had a good Thursday so far? Has anybody seen any of the all of the fun hearings in Congress and whatnot? Hi, Moose. Of course, Dan, I'm a completely new streamer. I'm new to this. I've never been up on a live before. Somebody please tell me what I'm doing. Tell me what I'm doing. I've never done it before. Okay, that's working. All right, awesome. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Sorry, guys. I just saw this. There we go. There we go. And now that's all evened up. Sweet. I need to... Yeah. Push the red button. What's the red button, Joey? What is the red button? What is the red button that you're saying? Are Americans going to behave today or... honestly, Moose, whoever knows with the crowd of people that call into me. No one ever knows. That's the honest statement is no one ever knows. All right. So there's that. How's everyone? Well, let's see. Scott Besant made a comment and said that we were in the Strait of Vermouth. So that's cool. Caroline Levitt continues to lie to us about everything. I wish she would just go out on her maternity leave. So maybe we'd at least get 24 to 48 hours without hearing from her. I think that would be great. It's got to be exhausting to have to, and stressful, to have to go up in front of a podium every day and lie to the American people. Oh, hi, Brett. I didn't see you scroll in here. Hi, friend. Okay. Try this. I don't know how this works. Oh, wow. I'm breaking things. Aw. Bree, you say that, but you tell me that anytime that we talk, because I've talked to you before, you tell me that you enjoy listening to me. So that's not true. Okay, Bree, whatever you say, man, or Bri. Sorry, I know I just said it the wrong way, but at least I always remember who you are. You know, never wrong. Okay. Oh. I mean, He's okay if he's here, Neely. It doesn't bother me. I know who he is. He's usually nice, doesn't freak out, doesn't usually say bad things in the comments. Hi, Seth. Hi, how are you? Older than you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? You can stop playing the stream in the background. Hi, how old are you? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? Dang, you couldn't even come up with a quick answer? Man, they do so great at these things. Seth, listen, it just happens every time. Really, somebody's like, the phone number is not working. That was just 3 kids in a row. Okay, 3 kids in a trench coat. I like that one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? No one understands what you just said. All right. Phone number is working. 3 people just called me. I don't really know what to tell you on there, but thank you for the 2. Call in. We're here. Thank you for calling the stream. Hello? No? Okay, bye. This is what happens when children are left unattended and their parents aren't paying attention to them. Miss D, stop spamming. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? How old are you? Have a good one, kid. It's not, though, Lakin. That was a while ago. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Oh, I know why. Hi, how old are you?
22.
Yeah, you're not. Guys, it's just children calling in. I think you're okay. Hi, how old are you? Hello? Yeah. Hi, how are you? Okay, bye. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
19.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I don't support Donald Trump. I 100% agree with you.
Okay. Well, thank you. It is, racers. It's quite annoying if I'm being honest. Well, yeah, just being honest there. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Fuck you.
I'm okay. I'll pass. I'm not attracted to children. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Yo.
Nigger.
And this is again what happens when children are left unattended. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
How old are you? Hello.
You're awesome.
Do. Oh, we're doing that. Thank you for calling the stream.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Nigger.
Oh, I know you. You really had to work yourself up for that one. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Can I?
Thank you for calling the stream.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
11.
Okay, have a good one. Thank you for calling the stream. Who said that? Rick, are you paying for it? Because that's not cheap, so. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
27.
Okay, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I just wanted to agree with you.
Okay, well, thank you. You have a great one.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. I know, right, Seth? It's insane. So you guys are wondering why you couldn't hear anyone at first? That's why. Please do, again, that are you paying for it? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
You're not. Hello? Thank you for calling the stream.
Can you touch my dick?
No. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I hate Donald Trump too. That's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
You're awesome.
Sorry for any headphone users. Thank you for Jonathan for the 10 says, love you, Ari. Well, I appreciate the support so much. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Kids, stop calling. I'm literally. Thank you for calling the stream. I know. That must have felt so good. Hi, how are you? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello, how are you? Hello. Thank you for calling the stream.
I fucking hate
You're
Donald Trump.
awesome.
W. Thank you for calling the stream.
Yep.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 14. Just wanted to agree with you.
Have a good one, kiddo. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Hi. 16.
Have a good one, kiddo. Thank you for calling the stream.
I'm doing to you.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello. I got a question. Why
How
do you
old are
support
you?
Trump? Why do you not support Trump?
How old are you?
I am 16.
Have a good one, kiddo. Hello. You're a literal robot.
Are you?
Hello.
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I am 28.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I don't support Donald Trump, but I am a Republican, absolutely.
I mean, I don't really debate the Republican party of it. So, I mean,
So I
did you
don't
vote for
support
Trump?
Trump, but I'm definitely not a Democrat.
And neither am I. You're not winning any points here.
I'm not trying to win points.
Okay.
I'm just calling in to tell you that. Fuck liberals, fuck the Democrats.
You're also a liberal, sir. I would guarantee it.
Not even. Fuck
No?
Democrats.
You don't believe
Make
in
America
you don't
straight
believe in
again.
you don't believe in personal liberties?
I believe in not having tampons in the men's restrooms.
You don't want to soak up your nosebleed or soak up a gunshot if you get shot?
I would rather soak up gunshot wounds
Wait,
from
wait, wait.
somebody
I'm
else,
sorry.
not
What's going to
yours.
happen? Wait, hold on. What happens if tampons are
You
in
need
the
to
men's
take
restroom?
tampons out of the men's restroom.
What happens if they
Simple
are
as
in
that.
there, though? Are you going to turn gay because tampons are in the
Oh, I don't
restroom?
know. We might have to just pass laws to change that
No,
because
no, no, no.
we're
That's
going
not
to end up
answering my
having another
question. That's not
Republican
answering my
winning the election,
question. Okay, sure.
and you guys are
I
still
don't care about that. It's
crying
so
over
weird that
Trump
somebody's over
winning. That's what's
tampons.
hilarious.
What's going to
Still
happen if the
crying about
tampon
it.
touches you?
You're still. I would never touch a tampon. How's a tampon going to touch me
You're
by
never
itself?
going to
Is it
touch a
gonna come
tampon?
alive?
Oh my
Is it
God.
gonna come alive?
Are you afraid of a
Is
tampon?
it gonna fucking come alive and
Are
just come
you
over and start
scared of a
attacking me?
tampon?
Is the tampon gonna come alive and come out of some tranny's
You're
asshole and
afraid of a
come bite me
tampon.
in the dick?
You're afraid of a piece of cotton? Dude, that must
Why
suck
would
to
I
be
touch
you.
a tampon in the first place? And why would we need tampons in the men's restroom?
Have you never
Why does a
understood that
man
you could buy
need a
tampons for your
tampon?
significant other? Do you not like women?
You don't even need to buy tampons. You could just go to a Planned Parenthood and get them for free. You can go to a college.
Planned Parenthood's about to
You can
close
go
down
to a
because of idiots
college
like you.
and
Anyways,
get
so
a
anyways,
fucking
do you
tampon
not
for
have
free at
Oh, so you
Sacramento
don't
State.
have a
You don't
girlfriend.
even need to pay for a
Okay.
tampon.
Guys, I just want to be clear, guys.
I know
He
you don't
doesn't
have a boyfriend.
have a
I
girlfriend.
guarantee that
And
you
so
are
he
single. I
doesn't
guarantee it.
realize that when a woman is on her period and she's hurting, right? It's
A
actually very
man and
nice
women
for
are
a man
different,
to
though.
go
I'm talking
buy
about
the tampons for
tampons
her.
in the
And it
men's
shows, it's a
restroom.
level of affection that
Tampons,
someone like him will never
tampons in the
understand.
men's
He
restroom.
is
See how
so
Democrats don't
scared
know how to
of
shut the fuck up
tampons.
and let other
Oh
people
my
speak?
God. Sir,
That's
you haven't even let
typical
me
of a
say like
liberal.
3
But I'm not gonna
words.
sit here
Yeah, I
and
know. You're just gonna keep crying. I know. This really hurts your feelings, I can tell.
fine, you know what I mean?
He is
That's
so allergic
you
to
live in a
fucking
messed up
cotton.
world, by the way, when you're
Yeah,
constantly
you're right, Jane. You were right when you said it. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He is 1000% single. Yeah, being offended by freaking cotton that goes in a woman's vagina, something that you have obviously never done, is very odd. Wait, that's it. I know why he doesn't like tampons, guys. Because unlike him, tampons actually touch women. He has never been touched by a woman. And that's all it is. He's also jealous of the cotton that is bigger than his penis. His phallus is smaller than the cotton. It needs a magnifying glass to be seen. He is Donald Trump in the South Park episodes, yoinking off with a pair of chopsticks. He is, if anyone's dry, it's from having to listen to you, just so you're aware. We understand that it's very difficult to be a man in 2026 with a shrimp dick. I understand. It's very difficult. It is micro. It is small. We need a magnifying glass to see it. Have you missed your shipment of chopsticks? I know that probably hurts just a little bit. I hope you know that when you get chopsticks to help beat off, so you avoid the splinters that I know are getting into your micropeen, you have to rub them together, right, in order to get the splinters off, okay? And then when you get the splinter and it really, really hurts, I advise that you call 911 because you obviously need to go to the ER because somehow the splinters have entered into your bloodstream and made it up to your brain because you're so afraid of a piece of cotton. It's so weird. Anyways, I was over that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
37.
37. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I wouldn't say entirely.
Okay. Did you
Okay,
vote
all
for
right.
Donald Trump?
Would you say that you disagree with him entirely?
Like on what?
Oh, just entirely of his presidency and far as what he has done as of and been in office,
Mm.
or everything that he's campaigned on, or is there
Sure, I
anything
can tell
about
you. I
him?
can tell you a few things that I think that have been done well. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, making the tax rates for the lower and middle class brackets, tax brackets permanent. And that's about
Yeah,
it. I'm sure there are other
that's
things I
about as
can think
far as
of if I really, really think about it hard from this current
any
presidency. But no, sir, that doesn't outweigh all of the bad that I see.
okay. Anything about foreign policy? You can point
No,
towards it,
absolutely
anything?
the fuck not. He hasn't done anything good
Okay.
for foreign policy. What are you talking about?
Mhm. I mean, I'm trying to get a more narrow perspective of where you
How
are.
about you start with what you like about Trump?
I don't. Okay. Aside from the fact that he's a malignant narcissist, but no, I don't like that about him. But he's an entertainer. His presidency. Um, Here, what would I say that
So
I
you
like
just
about
want to
Trump?
be entertained? That's odd.
No, 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 of course not. But if I were to say Trump does do well for doing doing something for America first, and the way that would go about for me, what I've seen
What is America
is
First about buying beef from Argentina and then starting another war in the Middle East?
I don't think this is going to be a war. I really don't.
Oh, is that
I
what you're
think
gonna tell?
this.
I just want to be clear. Is that what you're gonna tell the family of the 13 service members who were killed?
Okay, well,
That
we can
their
go.
sons and daughters didn't serve in war?
There's been thousands of different combat missions where people have gotten killed,
And we call them
and
war
the
veterans.
semantics of exactly arguing about how the operation is conducted with how many people and then calling it a war or
And
whatnot.
we call
Not saying
them
this
war
isn't a
veterans.
necessarily war, but he's not going to be able to hold this with war powers going on further in the next few weeks. There's restraints. He's not going to get that. It's not going to be granted. So he's limited with his 60-day, and he's doing what he can. And I think this is all more
He's
about
doing what he
teetering
can.
China.
So cool. It's not about, oh, so now it's about China. So it's not America first. It's down with China. Odd.
And the inherent things between America is that human beings function on a hierarchy, and regardless of that, that's the fact of human nature. You got China, who's also just trying to take a swing at the world, just like America has been doing for the whole. I mean, we made ourselves this way for the last 250 years. I get that, but now China is ramping up their sums over the last 15 years. There's no denying that. Their military, everything. They're trying to compete with the powers of America, and you have to deter them in some manner.
Deter them? Deter?
Deter. I'm sorry.
Okay. So deterring them, how is that America first? I'm asking you to expand upon that.
Expanding upon that, okay, well, you try to keep America first. Okay, you're trying to. All right, I see the conversation. All righty.
Deterring China is not the same as America first. Congratulations. Letting
No, I know.
13
We
service
we got
members get
into.
killed in an operation and not acknowledging that they are still war veterans, right? Who died, and everybody that's currently in the Gulf over there
I didn't say I didn't
are going to
acknowledge.
be considered war veterans. Fantastic.
I never said I didn't acknowledge that.
You're the one who literally said that it's not a war, and I asked if you were going to say that to their families, and you're like, well, it's just not a war. Like you doubled down on it not being a war. So there's a reason I said it that way.
I mean, in the context of the conversation, means a lot. So
Is
we've
Vietnam a
been
war?
through. Yeah,
No, it's not.
that wasn't just. That wasn't just a couple months either.
Vietnam? also, just so you're aware, was not ever declared war, so it wasn't a war. And we don't know how long this is going to go on for with Iran. The Gulf War, the first one, wasn't that long, right? And we still called it a war. The Korean War, that's a war. The Iraqi Freedom War, that's a war. Afghanistan, that's a war.
Okay, let me ask you this question then. Do you think that liberating any part of liberating the people from the IRGC
Are they
do you
liberated
think
yet?
do you think that is any good?
How are they liberated?
How no, going to. If we can.
Going to?
Yeah, if we could, if America can, what do you see about it?
How
Well, I mean,
are
what's
we
your opinion
going to
about that? Do you
liberate
have
them?
any opinion on that? Do you
How
not think
are
that
we
the
going
IRGC is
to
separate from the people?
how are we going to liberate them?
No, I'm asking a hypothetical question. I'm not saying specifics.
The only thing that would be justified in this war is if we stopped bombing the fuck out of Tehran and actually gave their citizens a chance to rise up against their own government. Instead, Israel and fucking the US have been bombing the capital of Tehran, not giving the citizens the opportunity to go and take it over. And also, mind you, like for everyone that's been complaining about all of the citizens that were killed back in January by the Iranian government, I just want to remind you that Donald Trump admitted that he went through the effort of arming the citizens of Iran in order for them to overthrow their own government. Interesting.
That's still a process. The CIA has been trying to do that with the.
We already overthrew
been
their
trying to-
government once. I'm sorry, that doesn't make it a good thing. We overthrew their democratically elected government once. And then we provided them with the resources to overthrow the Shah after our transgressions in 1953.
I'll say that was America's fault there with the CIA
Yeah.
pushing for that agenda. I will
Yeah.
fault America. I will say that for sure.
Yeah. And if what Donald Trump said is true, that he gave weapons to the Kurds to then pass on to the Iranian citizens,
And then the
then
Kurds
he's
kept them.
also that's also his claim.
Well, I believe it.
Do you just believe anything that Trump tells you?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's a very likely
We have no
scenario.
evidence that they kept the weapons. We do know that some of the civilian populace in Tehran were killed because they had weapons. Not saying it's justified, but if they got any one of those weapons that they had, that the IRGC then killed the civilian and they were holding a weapon that was provided by the United States to the Kurds, then that falls squarely back on Donald Trump's shoulders. Those civilian deaths.
Yeah. Well, that's semantics that we can't with numbers.
That's
we
not
can't
semantics.
factually pull on. I mean, that's a very big if there. But then, okay, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm gonna get some PowerPoints because I've been calling for like the last 10 minutes, and I was able to actually get a hold of you, but I didn't have.
Tell the children
a
to
lot of
stop
information.
calling. Tell people's parents. Tell the children's parents that they need to start paying attention to their kids.
I'm a parent. It happens. It's kids. They're going to be kids, and they're going to.
Do you not realize that you have parental controls you can place on phones where they can't dial unknown numbers?
You're awesome.
Perhaps whenever you get your kid a phone, you should look into that.
Yeah, of course, but
Yeah, and then that would actually solve this problem so I wouldn't have 11-year-olds calling a random number on the internet because that's fucking weird. But thanks.
Yeah.
John, that's funny. Yeah, no, I literally can't stop them. They're calling in from real numbers. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Samantha, you need to get off live and get the twerking mic out of
Hey,
your
guess
fucking
what,
mouth.
kiddo? I just want to let you know that you have caller ID and I'm going to call back and talk to your parents. Maybe you should get off the internet. I know your mother's name. Good job. I'm not actually going to do that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Hi, how old are you?
23.
23. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Um, I'm more of 50-50.
Who did you vote for?
Huh?
Who did you vote for?
Who did I vote for? Oh, I voted for Trump.
Okay. So what do you like about his current policies and his current presidency?
Shit, I'm gonna just say it as it is. I'm not really a politician person. I'm more of a business person. I got my own business, so I really just listen to his business shit, the way he moves shit. I don't agree with everything he does, but I do agree with some of the shit he does. Not the best president, but he's not the worst president.
So you're okay with the president that utilizes the Constitution like it's a piece of toilet paper?
Um,
As long as it benefits you?
Shit, nothing ever benefits me, so nothing benefits me.
Okay.
What other questions?
Well, nothing benefits you. And you're just like, I don't like that he's a businessman. Yeah, somebody that's bankrupt
Yeah,
6
he's a
times,
businessman.
someone that's
At
gone
the end of the
bankrupt,
day, politicians are
someone that has,
politicians, but
guess
at the
what,
end of the
Pookie,
day, if you got
sir,
somebody who can run a
Pookie Pie,
business
Pookie Pie.
and can do a little bit of
He
fucking
has
politician, then
declared
you're
bankruptcy 6
okay.
times. He is not a successful businessman. He shut down his mortgage company. He shut down his real estate company as well. Like, I mean, 2 separate ones. He's had multiple failing businesses. He was sued for fraud and lost more than once. In fact, more than even 34 times was he sued for fraud and lost. So, yeah, sure, if you call a fraudster a good
Wait,
businessman,
so
that
if we're
makes
talking
sense.
about
Trump University. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here. Hi.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 15.
Thank you for. Nope, turn down the stream before you call in. I'm just going to immediately hang up. I'm done. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Thank you for calling the stream.
I hate Trump.
W. Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
21.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Not really.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I just want to talk about it a little bit. I'm curious because I voted for him.
Okay, what changed your mind? What did he do to make you lose your support of him?
Well, he's had a lot of fraud. He's had a lot of crypto. I mean, when I was voting and looking at everything the way it was, there's not been a president that's like, how do I say, like they left the election. How do I say? They left the president election. It was like back in 1968 or in the 1970s when the last time somebody decided to drop out of the presidential race. So I thought it was pretty concerning that they just pushed Kamala to do it and
I
they
just
funneled money.
Sure, it
So
wasn't a money
I just
funneling
decided to
thing. I
vote. Hold on,
just
don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I decided to vote for Trump just because the funneling money didn't make me comfortable. Now, I don't agree with anything that Trump is really doing. Fraud, crypto, Trump Mobile. He's a fraudster. He's a businessman. But, like, what would have Kamala have done? Like, there's been no president that's dropped out of the race since, like, the 60s or 70s. And it's so weird that they wanted to run Biden, and he just got flopped. So I don't agree Trump should be president, but why do you think Kamala or Joe should?
Cool. So I'm going to help you out with something, okay? And I'm going to be very clear on a couple of things up front. I'm not here to rehash the results of the 2024 election. I will clear up some of your clear and obvious misunderstandings. So this has happened before where actually somebody that won a primary vote, I believe it was either 1972 or 1976, they didn't win the actual candidacy by the DNC. right? The delegates threw in their weight all behind somebody else. Kamala Harris was the vice president. So when the president falls out of the race or anything happens to her, like happened to the president, okay, because he was sworn in. So let's say if on July 21st, if Biden hadn't dropped out of the race, but instead he died, Kamala Harris would have been sworn in as president, and then she would have immediately taken over as the incumbent nominee. So it wasn't funneling money,
Awesome.
sir. It was moving along the already established line of succession. Okay. And then
Did
the
you see
rest of
her
the money,
15
and
months
oh
interview?
no, sorry, you're not going to interrupt me. Thank you. All right. So we follow along the lines of succession, even when the president drops out of the race, and then it becomes the next person in line being the vice president of the United States. And see, there was actually a presidential primary for the Democratic National Convention back in February of 2024, and everybody had the opportunity to go ahead and circle a candidate, and the majority of them all voted for Joe Biden over the other two old fogies that ran against him on the primary ballot. So that's how that works. And if you actually watch the DNC like I did, you'll even learn that not all of the delegates threw in their weight behind Kamala. I think she missed 5 or 6 delegates that didn't go ahead and vote in for her. And for somebody in the comment that says Biden was forced out, no, Biden should have never ran again. I don't know why he did. Okay. I guess he assumed, and the Democratic Party also assumed, that Donald Trump wasn't going to campaign for president again. But then he was being a big baby. So, sir, next time, unless you are ever considering voting in a Democratic primary, I don't ever want to hear you bitching about how a party that you're not affiliated with.
Like George Floyd.
Wow. There's the crash out. What a little child. Couldn't handle it. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Doing well. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Cool. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
Okay. What exactly has Donald Trump done for you or to keep your support so far in this presidency?
I would just say closing the border. That's been a pretty big thing for
Cool.
me.
When was the border open? Can you tell me when it was opened so that Donald Trump had to close it?
The whole Biden presidency, there wasn't
How was it
really
opened?
any by not enforcing crossing it being illegal.
Oh,
and then
can you
being
point me to
deported.
anybody that has was impeached or like successfully impeached or has had, let's just say, criminal convictions over not following the letter of the law?
I think choosing to not enforce it.
I'm sorry,
fully
that's not what I
is
said. Can you
different
show
than
me a
not-
memo? Let's try this. We'll try it a little bit easier for you, because the answer to my first question, where can you show me where somebody was impeached fully or, and then removed from office, or that they had criminal convictions because they didn't enforce the law? The answer to that is you can't, because that doesn't exist. So how about you show me a memo that was issued either by Mayorkas or by Joe Biden that said don't enforce border law? Can you do
So
that?
you need it to be spelled out like a third grader to understand that things
No, I want
can
proof.
happen
Do you know what
without being
proof is?
spelled out.
Do you know what proof is?
Sure.
Cool.
Millions of
Show me the
illegal
proof.
immigrants crossing
How
the
many
border.
millions? How many millions? Can you provide
No one
proof?
knows because they
Nobody
weren't
knows. Wait, but people say the number all the time. You don't know of a number? You haven't heard of one? You can't regurgitate one right now?
I did, millions, and you wanted
How
an
many?
exact number.
Yeah, give an estimate. They give it all the time.
Millions.
Show me. Where can I find the number of crossings that occurred under Joe Biden on DHS, CBP, or IC.gov?
So you need to see the government to spoon feed you information. You can't
I
open your eyes
want proof.
observe what's
Can
going
you
on around
give me proof?
Absolutely. Why
Sure.
don't you come on
Where
down
is
here
the
to
proof?
Texas and visit, and we can show you lots of proof.
Sir,
But
I'm
guessing
in a
since you're
border
living in
state.
your
You're hilarious.
perfect
You act
little-
like I don't know things.
Okay, so then
Anyways.
are you that dense that you can't
Yeah.
see with
You're
your
in
own eyes?
Michigan, by the way. Come on down to Texas and I'll show you. I'm in
Oh.
Michigan, though. Oh, that's what got it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that one hurt. That's funny. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
How old are you?
18.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
23.
Are you prepping?
Hello?
Hi. How old are you?
23.
Yeah. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. What year did you graduate high school?
Why?
Yeah. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi. I'm sorry I'm really disrupting this. I just want to say something. Are you an Olivia
You're
Rodrigo fan?
awesome.
Yeah, I had her album up the other day.
Yeah, the Live from Glastonbury. I want to ask you one thing. You excited for Drop Dead?
Is that her new single?
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep track of the upcoming music, I gotta be honest. I just wait for it to release and then get the alert.
That's fair, honestly. But yeah, you're CT, right? Because you're in Texas.
No, I'm not in Texas. I am in a border state, but I'm not in Texas. There's more than just Texas.
Sorry. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to call. Sorry for disrupting.
You're fine, thanks. I can take a child that just comes up here and is nice and doesn't do anything silly. That was a fun question. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
Oh, I am over the age of 18.
So age? You can
What
just
was
give it
that?
within like a 5-year age range if you don't want to give exact.
Less than 30. Near in there though. So I didn't support any of the candidates other than Trump, but I wouldn't say that if another option came up that I would be voting for Trump. I think that he's the best that we had, personally.
Okay. Well, I don't really care about the results of the 2024 election. So I'm not here to rehash that. So are you saying that you still support him or you don't anymore?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. What's he done so far in his current presidency to earn your continued support?
For one, I would say his position on our border policy has been advantageous, and that's just reinforced by the fact that there was so much fraud that went on with so many undocumented immigrants that have successfully swindled millions of dollars. I think it's almost nearing $1 billion as of today, and so that's one of the big reasons I support him. He shut down a lot of the border crossings, and when we secure our borders and force people to go through means where they're documented and accounted for, and they receive a tax ID, and that gets funneled into the system, and they can't do things like go to a hospital and not pay, and that increases everybody else's premiums. There's an endless number of benefits, but that's one of the big reasons that I support him.
Okay, let's make sure I got this right. You said he's uncovered because of his border policy. $1 billion worth of fraud, right? Is That was one thing.
He hasn't personally uncovered it,
I said
but
because of his
he's
policy.
stopped a lot of it. Yes, his policy.
Okay. You can't say that he stopped $1 billion worth of fraud because the fraud had already occurred in order for it to be known. So he didn't stop it. That's why I said uncovered. So I guess I fixed the terminology for you. And then you said he shut down crossings, correct?
Yes.
Cool. And then you also said they're not paying at the ER.
That is true. Yes.
Cool. All right. So, what fraud was uncovered and what year did it start?
I don't know specifically what year it started.
Well, they have to know a
But-
year in order to file the charges because that's important for the statute of limitations.
Well, regardless, it was happening. And,
Where?
well, for instance, I believe is Michigan. There was a large scandal of daycares that
Are you mean
didn't have
Minnesota?
any customers.
Do you mean Minnesota?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Minnesota.
So
Minnesota.
I'm going to help you out with that one. Okay. The Minnesota fraud, there was a couple of instances of that. Thank you so much, Jill, for all the hand hearts. One instance started in 2018, where it's Amy Bach, a white woman, was charged and convicted. Okay. That's all been found out, right? It started under Trump's first administration. The conviction was cemented under Biden's administration and nobody heard about it, but it had been going on since then. And isn't it funny that it wasn't talked about when Donald Trump was president the first time? Interesting. And then the next batch of fraud that occurred was
Isn't it
I'm
funny
still
that it
going.
wasn't
I'm
talked
still
about during
going.
Biden?
Oh goodness. I'm giving you examples of the fraud. Sir, I let you get out all of your list. I even took notes on it. So it's okay. You can allow me to talk. It won't hurt you. Okay? The next batch of fraud also started under Trump's first term in 2020 during C-19 because they defrauded COVID-19 budget funds that were authorized and approved by Congress to pay out to the states. And when it comes to that video where you're talking about fucking daycares that were closed, one daycare that Nick Shirley went to literally had a sign on the door that said it had been closed for years and wasn't in business. Perhaps you should go back and watch the video. There was another one where they had a sign that they didn't open until a certain time. I think it was 2 o'clock, and he showed up at 10 a.m. They weren't open yet. And then for the other businesses, I don't know if you have kids, sir, but if there was any daycare that allowed an unknown stranger without kids with them into the daycare, while my kid was there, they would be pulled out and fucking sued. If I could, I would probably even call the cops on them. If they didn't call the cops because 8 strangers with fucking video cameras were walking around the daycare center, that's a goddamn fucking problem. I wouldn't allow any single one of those people into my establishment because they have video cameras, and you need a disclosure form to avoid being sued to have somebody on camera, sir. They can do that.
May I respond?
Only if you directly respond to the things that I just said.
Yes. So those are a few instances with the white woman. What was her name again?
Amy
You're
Bach.
awesome.
Amy Box. So that was one instance, and I'm not familiar with whatever video you're talking about. I read a news article. I believe it was in the Daily Wire, and it was specifically frauds where no kids were ever inside of the daycare.
They were
that
citing Nick
They were
Shirley.
just getting.
They were citing Nick Shirley and his stupid videos that have been debunked 6 ways to fucking Sunday. They weren't saying
Maybe
this
I'm wrong on
occurred.
this,
Well, actually, Daily
but I
Wire might
do
have because Daily
disagree.
Wire is not a reputable source.
Well, honestly, what source of news today is.
You can look at who fails fact checks or not, sir. It's not that difficult.
But regardless, maybe I'm wrong on this part, but my my larger concern with just letting numerous amounts of people in and nobody's identifying who they are, they're not getting tax IDs, is with the coercion of our society. We need to have a coerced
You're awesome.
society that has the same values to have a successful country. That's the big problem. And Trump closed down the borders so that nobody is getting in undocumented. That's the larger problem, is the amount of people that are coming in and are not trying to assimilate and learn American values. These are people that aren't having to go through all the process of actually learning about the country's values. They're just let in and then they just roam free. And that's my big problem with just an open border system.
Cool. So we'll try this. Well, you said coerced society. I think you meant cohesive.
Oh yeah, you are right.
Yeah, coerced would not be a good thing. Would not be a good thing.
It's necessary to have people with like minds that have the same values or at least similar values. You need that for a country to survive.
Interesting. We've had people of all different values and all different backgrounds coming into our country since it was established 249 years ago, almost 250 years ago. In fact, having the diversity is probably the best thing that we can have as a country because it allows for the creation of new ideas, new inventions. If we were all cohesive and all in line with each other, then that would ruin the idea of innovation. Diversity is how we get innovation because that's people working together to come up with new things. If everyone was cohesive or they assimilated to the exact same ideas, they'd be running along the same lines. Anyways,
No,
do you have any
that's where you have
proof?
me wrong.
Do you have any proof of all of these people coming in? Sorry, let me use your words. All of these unknown individuals being allowed in unvetted. Where's your proof?
Well, they're not allowed in.
I'm using your words.
Illegally.
You said that they were allowed in
awesome.
unvetted.
Well, without contest.
Without contest.
Border security just basically didn't exist under Biden.
Border security didn't exist. Can you give me proof that border security did not exist? In what contest were they participating in?
You can just look at the influx of immigrants coming into this country.
Sure, where can I find that? Where can I find proof of that? And also, what contest were they participating in? What contest were the immigrants participating in?
You said what contests?
Yes, you said that they were allowed in with no contest. So, like, what were they supposed to be participating in?
No contest means that they're not contested.
Then you said it wrong. Because you still, no contest is not contested.
Okay. I don't really know what to say about that, but to bring it back to my point that that people are coming over the border and they aren't put through any system to verify who they are. These are illegal border crossings, and that's not good for our country.
Who was prosecuted for allowing people to be allowed into the country unvetted? Who was prosecuted for not handling border security properly?
No one went through any type of litigation for that.
No one went through any type of litigation, so you have no proof that your supposition occurred.
Well, you can just look at the influx of
Sure, where can I
border
find the proof
crossings.
of the influx? I'm still waiting for that. I've been asking that for a moment from you.
I would have to go and find that. I think one quick Google search should remedy that situation. I
Yeah,
don't
and
have
we're talking
specific
about
facts here
crossings,
with me
huh?
today. Okay, that doesn't invalidate my point,
No, I'm just
but
making sure we are talking
I'll
about
see.
crossings, correct?
Yes, border crossings.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So are you going to Google this, or how are we looking this up? What are we doing?
Well, I got my phone out, and I'm sure you have a computer in front of you.
Yeah, I like looking
But
up the sources that are given to me.
for the
I'm
sake
not
of
doing your
argument,
homework for
I'll
you.
cede
If
the
you would
point.
like me to do your research for you, you can send $10 to Cash App or Venmo.
You're awesome.
Like I said, for the sake of argument, I'll cede the point because I didn't bring specific sources with me today. This is more of it's more like a thought experiment, if you would, where we're
Thought
bringing up our
experiment.
stances metaphorically, okay? It's not really like we're not having a facts battle here,
No, I just like
but
proof. Okay, that's
that was
fine.
just
How
my one
about,
point.
yeah, no, I know I'm not even at your third point when it comes to immigration. So, how about let's go over where you're upset that they're going to the ER and receiving service and not paying for it. Do you know what EMTALA is?
Yes, I don't.
Ah, okay. So EMTALA was a law that was actually instituted as well, at first it was an executive order turned into a law under the Reagan administration. And what it did was it demanded that all publicly funded hospitals, if somebody shows up to your ER, you cannot deny them service just simply because they do not have health insurance. Do you have any idea why that might have been required or what may have necessitated that becoming a law?
To save people that are dying that aren't necessarily covered, it's to save lives.
Oh, okay. So EMTALA also includes undocumented, documented, and American citizens without coverage. So do you want to see people dying on the streets?
Not necessarily, but
Hmm.
widespread, that isn't what it's being used for. These aren't people that are dying that are using it. They
These aren't
are
people
using
that
it
are dying. Do you
as a
think
quick
that you
fix
can only
medical system.
utilize healthcare or sorry, EMTALA emergency care if you are literally dying, or is it that there are other circumstances that allow you to utilize it? Or are you saying that we should limit those
Laws
kinds of
change
circumstances?
over time. Laws change over time, and I believe that that's the way it should be. That we shouldn't let people die, but you
Shouldn't let people
also
die.
shouldn't be able to use the service if it isn't a life-threatening condition.
How do you determine if a condition is life-threatening or not?
Whether if you don't give them treatment, they're going to die. That's what I
Oh,
mean.
okay. So they literally have to be 5 minutes away from dying in order for you to think that they qualify for treatment.
It needs to be urgent.
So they need
Yes,
to be
I
very
do
close
think it
to
needs to be urgent.
dying in order for you to believe that they qualify for treatment. Who makes that determination how
Yep.
close to death they are in order to be deserving of treatment in your books?
I think that the medical staff on hand will have to make the determination on whether or not they're going to die if they don't give
Okay.
them
So
treatment.
do you think that a woman that's about to give birth should be denied medical care if she goes to the ER because she's not dying?
Let me think on this a second. No, because, yes, because there is a possibility of her dying while giving childbirth.
Okay. What about somebody that a kid, a 12-year-old, fell off his bike and broke his arm, or ran into a pole and broke his arm? He's not going to die from that. Should he not be allowed to have urgent care to fix the broken arm?
No,
He should be denied, or he should be allowed. Which one is it? Allowed or denied?
should be denied.
A 12-year-old who's, if the bone is not set correctly in a very short amount of time before any part of it starts to heal, otherwise it could heal incorrectly and may require to be broken again in order to reset it, you believe they should be denied medical care in the moment at the emergency room because they are not dying. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, they should be denied.
Just to be clear, you do not work in the medical field, correct?
I do not.
Oh, thank God for small favors.
Is that your only point there?
No, aside from the fact that you have zero humanity, you believe that somebody should suffer later, because what if their doctor's office can't get them in for 5 days because they were fully booked? At that point, it's already started to heal. And if it's healed too far, again, it has to be rebroken, which means you are asking a 12-year-old to endure suffering for 5 days. Or maybe let's just say it happened on a Saturday, right? Well, the doctor's office isn't open until Monday. You're expecting a 12-year-old to experience pain for 72 to 48 hours. Let's just say it actually happened on Friday night. Somewhere between 48 to 72 hours. You want a 12-year-old to be experiencing pain and risk infection for 48 to 72 hours.
Country legally.
Oh, no, sir. This isn't just about undocumented. Sir. This isn't just about undocumented immigrants, sir. I was including citizens without health insurance. You weren't listening. I said that at the beginning.
That's a fault on your part.
Oh, no, that's your fault that you weren't listening.
This is a talk about undocumented immigrants.
And I didn't leave it just to them. I said, no, this is your problem for not listening nor comprehending. I stated undocumented, documented, and citizens without insurance. You weren't listening. I was being very clear with what I was covering, because EMTALA covers every single person that I just explained to you. Undocumented, documented, and uninsured American citizens. All of these are covered by EMTALA when they go to the emergency room. So are you saying then that your standard of you should only be treated at the ER if you are close to death only applies to citizens, only applies to non-citizens?
Yes.
So you expect every person to carry around proof of their citizenship every single time that they walk outside their house, or to have it nearby if someone walks into their house and shoots them? But they shot them in a non-fatal position, just to be clear. They shot them in a non-fatal position, right? So it's not going to kill them. They can make it 3 days before they had to go to the hospital. But it's not going to kill them, because you can get shot and it'd be nowhere near fatal. You're just going to bleed. So you expect that every person, like when they call 911, happens to have their proof of citizenship close to them at all times.
You're awesome.
I think that they should generally be near their ID. Why would they not be ID?
Does your ID tell you what country you were born in?
Yes.
Your
Like a
driver's
driver's
license says where you were born.
It says that you are a citizen of the state.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you can be a citizen of the state and not be a citizen of the United States. Actually, the only thing a driver's license
What?
does is say that you live there. It says that you reside in the state.
You're awesome.
You can be a citizen, you can reside in a state and not be a citizen of the United States of America.
Are you certain? Because I don't think that's the case.
Then how the
I
fuck
think
are
for
they
you to be
included
able to
on the
get a
Census
driver's
Bureau?
license, you have to actually be a citizen.
No, you don't.
I
And
don't
do you
believe
think
until
that
you
every
can offer
single
me some
person
proof. Do you
has...
have some proof for your claim?
Sure, Colorado does not require you to be a citizen to get driver's license. Give you one state off the top of my head. North Carolina doesn't require you to be a citizen to get a driver's license. That's a red state, by the way. Pennsylvania,
Exactly.
which is
Talk
a very
about
purple
this.
state, doesn't allow you, or sorry, it does allow you to get a driver's license without citizenship. Ooh, that's just 3 states off the top of my head where I'm not just stating blue states. I gave you a red state and a purple state.
Well, that should be changed, in my opinion.
So glad that you're not in any position of power because you think that 12-year-olds should suffer an untold amount of time with a broken arm. You think that people should be denied health insurance, or sorry, not health insurance, but they should be denied an examination, health coverage in any type of way, if they're a non-citizen that's not about to die. You are the most unethical person I have ever spoken to. Maybe not ever, but at least today, 100%, you are the most unethical person I've ever spoken to. And unfortunately, I think you are somebody that makes up the majority of MAGA. You don't care about other people. I honestly hope, and I mean this
certainly
truly,
do.
truly deeply, I hope...
Care about Americans.
No, you don't care about anybody, sir. Again, everything that I went over with you, because you were choosing not to listen, but everybody else in the chat heard me say it. When I started asking you question about who is allowed to be seen and treated in an ER, I said undocumented, documented, and citizens without health insurance. You answered all of those questions saying that every single one of them should be denied at an emergency room unless they were literally about to die in front of the person taking their vitals. Basically, they had to be very near death, which, by the way, you can't determine how close to death you are unless you're examined by a medical professional, which at that point you are seen and it's already going to incur a cost. Because somebody could be having a stroke and not knowing it. Women walk down the street and have heart attacks every fucking day, and they don't know it because they don't have the traditional symptoms of a heart attack. Men walk down the streets and have heart attacks every single day with atypical symptoms. This happens all the time, and they don't know that it has occurred to them unless they get examined by a medical professional, which you're saying they all should be denied simply for not having health insurance. You, sir, are a piece of shit, and I'm going to say that with my full chest. I do not care. By chance,
Interesting.
are you religious?
Certainly am.
What religion do you ascribe to?
Christianity.
I have news for you. You are the biggest piece of shit Christian that has ever walked this fucking earth. Don't ever shame the Christian faith with your fucking name and your goddamn face. And I mean that. You are no Christian. You are no man of faith if you believe that people should be denied health insurance for walking across an invisible fucking line. You are a shame and a disgrace to the religion known as Christianity. God said, take care of everyone. Maybe you should go back and read Matthew 25 and actually fucking learn something from your goddamn Bible. Because I guarantee, and actually it's not even guaranteed, I know for a 100% fact at this point that you don't know shit about your goddamn Bible. Or maybe, you know what it actually is you actually just forgot. How quickly you forget your Bible. Your Bible. How quickly you forget your Bible. You don't know shit about your own goddamn fucking religion. It doesn't matter how somebody entered into the United States of America. You're not following your Christianity if you don't even read your own goddamn Bible. Go back and read Matthew 25. After you've read that, make sure you do your research on undocumented immigrants. Make sure you look at, I know you said you're a Christian, so that means you're not Catholic, but I have news for you. Catholicism falls under the umbrella of Christianity. Maybe you should go read what the Pope says. You deplorable human being, I hope you fucking go to church, and I hope somebody slaps you across the goddamn face. I hung up on him. I'm sorry. Deplorable. Absolutely fucking deplorable. Hi, how are you?
Is this the lady on her live stream?
I know. Just get it out of your chest. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
What's up, my bitch ass nigga?
Hi, how are you?
So you care about kids, you care about the sick, you care about people that are dying. If this is all true, you would be a Christian or a Catholic, but you're not. You're the biggest fucking piece of shit. Get off
What
of
do
your
I-
fucking little stream
Cool.
and just end your whole chat. You are a joke.
Uh-huh.
Get off of
So
your
what
chat.
religion do I
End
hail
your
to? What
stream.
am I? What am I?
You are
You know me
a
so much.
disgusting little cunt. That's
No,
what
no, that's not. You said I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Catholic, so what am I?
else to do.
What am I? What am
End
I?
your chat.
What am I?
You're a loser.
What
That's
am
what
I?
you are, a loser.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you haven't answered the question. What religion do I ascribe to? Do you know?
You're a disgusting
What religion do I subscribe to? What am I? No, actually, I'll help you out. I know you're just screaming and you're like all up in your have your mantram, okay? It's okay. I appreciate your mantram. I just want to let you know something. See, people have this misconception that you need religion to tell you how to be a good person. If you think you need a book to tell you how you should treat other people, that's a you problem and that's a failing of your own self. A religious book should not be what you have to determine, like has to tell you how to treat people. The fact that you need something in writing that tells you how to treat people is actually ridiculous. I have no problem just being a secular humanist and recognizing that people deserve, every person on earth deserves the bare minimum of treatments like they're fucking human. And they all deserve the same moral value. Even it doesn't have to be about moral. They all deserve the same rights. Existing, living, breathing humans all deserve the same rights. Basic human rights. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald
So
Trump?
hold on. You berated the caller who was
Are you
who
still
was,
supporting Donald
no
Trump?
sympathy for the 12-year-olds. Who pays for all this?
Oh, goodness. Well, go ahead and crash out, guy. I know. You guys are like so hurt today for whatever reason. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. But apparently I tell somebody that because they don't care about just offering someone a basic level of acknowledging that somebody's a fucking human. Oh my God. It's so bad. It's just like so horrible that we have to go off on them. This is the easiest way to trigger the fake Christians, is pointing out to them that they're not good Christians. This is the easiest way to do it. They all get so mad. They immediately just let their heads explode. They are so upset. So very upset. They just let their heads explode. Yeah, they do. They just let everything all hang out as soon as it. Goodness me. And yet, they say women are emotional. But I had 2 men back to back call me very upset. And I guess, here, we'll play my little soundbite again, because I do enjoy it.
How quickly you forget your Bible. Your Bible. How quickly you forget your Bible.
I do like that little beat in the jam right there. Because, see, in my opinion, like, and I've said this multiple times on my live, I believe that all children within the United States of America deserve access to free health care, 18 and under. Ooh, all children deserve that. Because if we want the next generation to actually be able to go to work and everything, that's the bare minimum. And I know that that's very difficult for people like, I don't know, Tampon Tim on the phone right now that is just screaming into the microphone, into the void, into the void. Well, while he does that, we'll go ahead and read through some of these. Please shout out for Hungary. We finally ousted our Trump, who made our country officially the poorest and most corrupt in the EU. The opposition won super majority, people celebrating on the streets. W Hungary. Well, I know that'll happen in 2028 because Donald Trump can't run again. Oh, you can continue to throw your little temper tantrum, sir. It's okay. Buying tampons for my ex embarrassed me one time, and then you kept doing it, right, Scott? Thank you. Hi, Ari. I've been enjoying your streams. I've said this before, but I like how strong you stand against these MAGA people who throw insults towards you. Oh, that's about you. And also neurodivergent gang up in here. Hey, you're welcome, 8. I appreciate that. Scott says, I heard DJT heard the Jesus pic was doctored, and that's how he thought he was a doctor. Just think if altering a pic was called a fucking tool. Yeah, that's true. Whose goddamn live is it to call her? They never know. Didn't Richard Nixon resign and then Gerald Ford became president? Wow, this is from a Canadian. They don't know history, Scott. Ryu says he really means white Christian values. Yeah, that's true, because they don't actually care about people. I used to work a daycare here in Canada, and same thing happened here. No strangers allowed unless parent called to inform. By the way, Canada happy not going to US. Yeah. What people, where are they originating from? Kilo, but they never know. W Capo for the 10 gifted memberships. Huge W's to Capo. If you received a gifted membership from Capo, be sure to have thanked him. I always say your name wrong, Kat. I'm just going to call you Kat from now on. U.S. wealth inequality is at 30-year high, with the top 1% holding approximately 31.7% of all U.S. wealth, while the bottom, oh, he finally hung up. Bottom 50% hold only 2.5%. That's okay, but kids should not get medical help. Evil. I know, right? And the other caller that just did not like that I didn't want to listen to him screaming in my ear about his own hypocrisy also doesn't believe that kids should get medical help. Thank you for calling the stream.
Okay, so you just got done, and I'm not going to swear, and I support Trump, and I can tell you why, but you just got done destroying a...
Oh, you're just doing it again. Okay. Aslan, I love lime popsicles. What kind do you like? Blue raspberry is actually my favorite. I thought I recognized the number I was calling it, but blue raspberry is my favorite. Remember, the devil has an orange face, bad hairdo, golf club, and shitty diaper. Ain't that the fucking truth? Okay, let's see. We got a bunch more to read through. I just got to pop this out and put it up on screen. Let's get through this next part. Sorry, guys. As long as you keep calling back to tone police or cry, then I'm just going to keep talking over you in your mantrum. So I don't really care. Phone number was working. You did call. I don't know which one it is. I'm old enough to have dentures. Ooh. Repent and turn to Jesus Christ because he loves us all. But someone like you must have forgot that caller. You and the last caller both forgot that Jesus apparently loves us all. Yeah, I don't care, Alaskan. The FBI fraud investigation of Minnesota's Feeding Our Future launched in 2021. Feds announced charges against 47 defendants in 2022. By mid-January 2025, Biden still president, Minnesota U.S. attorney had charged 70 people. Yeah, it wasn't uncovered. People are just now learning about it. So let me say this without being rude. I believe that this country needs a do-over. We have lost our ways from what our forefathers fought for. This country was made from war because of attacks on tea. Ain't that the fucking truth? Remember the Boston Tea Party, y'all. Trump has enabled all of the sociopaths in America. Ooh, yeah, ain't that the truth? Are you done with your mantra? Okay, I guess he's done. We'll just take the next caller then. He finally stopped and then decided to just sit there quietly. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Awesome. How old are you?
37.
37. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Of course.
Awesome. Let's see. What's he done so far that since he's been back in office that's earned your continued support?
What's he done? So, I like some of his tweets or Truth Socials, I guess.
So you like
Are you
every
there?
president that's ever had a social media account?
The funny ones only.
That's pretty dumb, honestly.
Well, I mean, Gavin Newsom's trying the Trump thing, and I think I'm
Yeah,
starting to
I
become
don't
a fan as
support
a
Gavin
result.
Newsom, so I don't really care.
I do, though. I thought you were interviewing me.
About why you still support Trump, and I think saying social media is, I don't know, just an uneducated statement.
I know, but you asked me my opinion. Do you want to interview me or just berate?
Is this an interview?
I don't know. I mean, is it a debate?
Are
We
you
can debate
someone
if you
worth
want.
like what do you do that makes you, I guess, like worthy of airtime for an actual interview? Because I mean, I can, if you're someone that's important, I can definitely come up with some interview questions for you real quick.
Oh, so am I interviewing you then?
No,
I mean,
this
what is
isn't an
this?
interview at
I've
all.
just been watching for the past 45 minutes. It's super interesting. I just wanted to chat.
I mean, there are toll lines for that.
No, but I mean, we could talk about anything we were talking about. We could talk about immigration or the healthcare.
Yeah, there are call
we can talk about
centers that do that
triage.
too.
But
Anything
I
you want to
thought, I
talk
mean,
about, there's a call line for that.
so I like what he's doing with healthcare.
You mean nothing?
Exactly. Yes, I really think the entire system should be kind of dismantled from the ground up.
And people will die as a result of that.
I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I don't really think that will happen. I think there's a lot of bloat in the healthcare industry, and I think that we can get rid of a lot of it. There's a whole lot of bureaucracy. I think you probably mostly agree that health insurance is a scam, and
Don't agree with
I
him, but
don't
I
support
do agree
that.
with Motley Bird saying he's
And I
just
think that
trolling.
he's trying to dismantle it.
Yeah. So did you also think it was funny when Donald Trump put out on True Social that he was going to end a civilization?
Oh, absolutely not. That's the worst thing about him. That's
Do you think it was
crazy.
funny when he posted a picture depicting himself as Jesus?
No, that wasn't funny. That wasn't. I mean, it didn't offend me. I don't care, but it wasn't funny at all. He's really lost his touch, but every
Okay.
once in a while
Well,
he'll
at least
glimmer
that.
through.
So then if he's lost his touch, he's not funny and you shouldn't support him anymore. Glad we got there. That I know, right, Neely? It was clearly doctored because it was AI. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? If you thought that was going to get me a strike, you're wrong. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, hey, is this Ari? How's it
Yeah.
going?
What's up?
Yeah, my name is Matt, and I think that Trump, I voted for Trump mainly for Doge, actually. I think that was actually not a bad thing. I'm happy to talk about it. I'd like to hear if you don't like it.
If I don't like Doge, which costs us more money than it saved. Yeah. And the fact that
Yeah,
courts so
so,
far have decided that they illegally canceled contracts.
yeah, so that stuff, probably not the greatest. I agree that it's probably a little bit messy, but here's my thought process on making government smaller. It's not going to be a clean process from there. That's my idea. And also, this Doge stuff in the national scene has also sparked, in my opinion, a lot more kind of positive change on the state side, specifically the state of Florida, who's done a lot of good with their own local Doge.
Yeah,
So I
the
think
state of
it's going to be
Florida
a
has
net
had a
positive.
Doge team for about 10 years. It was instituted under someone before DeSantis. It's always been in existence in Florida. It's not a cap. So if anything, I would say that Donald Trump got the idea from Florida and then fucking failed at it.
Okay. I mean, I'm not too sure about that. I don't do a huge amount of research on that. But if that were the case, I'm glad that it's all good. I mean, I'm just average guy. I'm glad that it got more people looking at it though, as somebody that's willing to try and audit the government, or at least make some kind of attempt at it. Again, we can make the argument of
I
whether
just
it's
want to let
succeeded
you
or failed
know,
or not.
in order to audit the government according to their own CFR, their code of regulations for the federal government, you have to be overseen by a licensed CPA. And no one that was on the Doge team was a licensed CPA. It was not an audit. The government has routine audits performed on each government agency, in which all of the agencies that Doge looked at had passed their audits, and everything that they found, aside from the fact that Doge blew it out of proportion and mislabeled everything that it did, those were already found as inconsistencies on audits that they had already worked and corrected on. But I find it interesting that Doge didn't audit the one actual branch of government that has failed the last 10 of their audits.
Oh, which one was that? I'd actually like to know that.
The Pentagon.
Oh, they didn't. Well, actually, I'm not surprised one bit. God damn, those people need to get audited. Those Pentagon people. Now, let me ask you a question though. Do you think the government is spending the money wisely, like to a degree that is acceptable by the people?
On some things, no. But again, everything that they spend their money on, that's approved by Congress bipartisanly.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that the vast majority of spending is probably worthwhile, but I think there's I would say a minority, but a too big minority, if you could agree with that, of things that are being spent on that I just really don't agree with, which is, again, while I might be able to agree with you that, because again, I say might because I just don't know the details, to be honest. I'm just more happy that Donald Trump allowed something that really, again, even if it failed, put a spotlight on the fact that this is and should be happening, and people should be more focused on it as well. I think just from that perspective, you could see it as a positive.
No, because the agency that he renamed to be Doge actually was already an internal auditing process where it already looked over the federal agencies under it, and it had done that, right? And then again, all of these agencies that Elon Musk and his team went over, they had passed their audits. Right? So for example, USAID, they passed their audit in November of 2024, and then they go in, Doge goes in and says, they were doing this, and this. And when you look up what they were actually doing, none of that is true. Also, thanks, Paul.
Right, and that's not the argument that I'm making, though. What I'm making, though, is purely just the argument that the perspective of pushing this idea out of trying to audit the government is a much more in my opinion, again, for my own ideals of, again, I want to hold the government accountable to things that they do. I wish more people thought that way, the same as me. And I see that as a positive with the presidency because he tried to do that. We can disagree all day long till the cows come home about whether or not it succeeded or failed with those specifically. But I think the ability for someone to, like a president, to go out there and even go and do this, which I don't know many presidents that have very openly gone out and said that we need to audit them, except for people before my time, in the world. And I wish we could get back to that kind of stuff. So seeing even an inkling of that, even a failed instance of that, where it gets my peers, in the community to even think in that direction, that's what I think is a positive. And that's what I'm trying to get you to kind of respond on, not about the specifics of Doge.
We already audit all of our government agencies. He didn't do anything new. The only thing that he did with Doge was open us up to fucking fraud occurring from the people that worked in Doge and them stealing our data, which had already been partially proven by one of the guys that worked at Doge, 3 of them actually that worked at Doge, and were to have uncovered that they had violated the Hatch Act. So no, sir, he didn't do anything new. It's something that was already in existence, right? Already occurring, already happened every single year, and it just opened us up to them doing fraud and violating the letter of the law, where they are now being prosecuted for violating the Hatch Act.
Yeah, and again, all that stuff can be true, but you're misequating what I'm saying. And again,
no, I'm not. You're just not listening to me. Donald Trump didn't achieve anything with Doge. Everything that you are talking about already occurred. We already audited all of our agencies. That already occurred. Every single one passed their audit, with the exception of the Pentagon. The agency that was renamed to be Doge already was a part of that. Everything was already under the OMB. They already had external audits performed on the government.
Got it. Yeah, so let's just go another step deeper. So what agency, so you're saying that these agencies were audited already by the government, as if that is something to say, like, an audit has happened and we are happy with the audit. So I thought we made some semblance of an agreement. I guess I didn't formalize it, that can we make some common ground that the government spends money and wastes money way more than they should, not just in the Pentagon, but in other agencies as well? Because if you think that other agencies spend money completely fine and you trust those audits, then that's where we're going to disagree. But I think you could probably agree that those audits probably aren't to quality or anything like that, correct?
I disagree that those audits aren't up to quality. Okay? I already agreed with you way at the beginning that Congress could do better at spending our money. I already did that way at the beginning of this call.
Yeah. So with Congress spending our money better, I think Congress has done a great job of spending our money already. I think we need to reel that in. Is that something you like? I mean, for anything, is there anything that you think that the government's spending money on right now that you don't think we should be?
Yes.
I'm sure that you could probably say the answer is a lot. Yeah, I'm the exact same way, right?
ICE is overfunded. ICE is overfunded. And the U.S. Department of Defense does not need a $1.5 trillion budget next year.
Damn right about the Defense Department. I might disagree with you on the ICE side. I do agree that, well, I would go to agree to say that ICE could certainly do their job better. There's a lot of improvements that they can have, but I do think that we have some kind of immigration, not epidemic. Epidemic is such a versatile and scary word that people use. I think that we have incentivized people in the wrong direction verbally with the way that previous presidents have talked about immigration. And I think, again, from a psychological perspective, disencouraging people from illegally immigrating to our country, I also think that's another good thing that Trump has done, or at least encouraged. Again, with the actions and the outcomes of his actions, do I think that those have succeeded in achieving that goal? Not really. I think they could have been done way better. But again, from the pure psychology of it, of holding the line of messaging, I think that's also a positive.
Nope.
No. Okay, got it. Why? Why do you think the psychology of not having illegal immigrants come in is a bad thing?
Here, and I'll make this
Do you
super
like?
easy. I'll make this super easy. Immigrants wouldn't attempt to come into our country undocumented if we didn't have employers that were just willy-nilly willing to hire them. Instead of going after the employers that give them the opportunity to work for them, we target the individuals who came here because of a work opportunity that they had where they wanted to be in the land of the free, right? But no, we are punishing the individual and not the employer who is actually violating the law and would be much easier to prosecute. And the government could make money off of them by them paying fucking fines to the United States government for violating the Fair Labor Standards and the fact that they hired undocumented immigrants, which is a violation of two 1996 laws, both passed by fucking Bill Clinton, who already tried to reform this. And Donald Trump has done absolutely nothing in attempt to reform our immigration laws to decrease the issue from ever happening to start with.
I 100% agree with everything you said, except for the very last part that Donald Trump has done nothing. Well, I guess you did say he's not trying to enact any kind of laws, which, again, that I don't know about. I'm just an average guy. All I know is what the dude says on TV, and that does have a worldwide impact when the dude speaks. And him, again, from a purely psychological perspective of really denouncing the fact of illegal immigration, I think that still helps the problem, though, of disincentivizing illegal immigrants from coming to our country rather than at least being perceptually seen
As long
somebody who
as
might be
people
soft
are
on it.
still willing to hire undocumented migrants, it's not going to fix the problem. Unless we start going after the companies that are actively doing that, it's not going to stop the problem, because if the opportunity is there, people will come to seek it.
Yeah, and I think these problems are really big. So saying words like it's going to be fixed, so just to let you know, I'm in the software industry. I don't use words when I can't say that something's going to be definitively fixed. This is not something that is ever going to be fixed. It can only be mitigated, in my opinion. So, so I kind of like when you say that this is like what I'm proposing is not going to be fixed. I would argue to say that nothing that we do is going to fix it, but we can only mitigate it to a degree. And I say that the psychology of what Donald Trump is saying, and again, trying to disincentivize illegal immigrants from coming, again, I understand that there's things that we could do that would change that a lot more, or at least help mitigate the problem more, but it certainly helps and is a positive.
You can't effectively mitigate the issue unless you are going after employers where Donald Trump has promised the exact opposite on what to do because he is corporations first. Again, like, if you want to make money for the government, because your first point was Doge and inappropriate spending, right? The government can make money after prosecuting the companies who, by the way, can't go to jail. You can't throw a corporation in jail, right, for violating the law. You could file charges, force them to pay restitution to the United States government for violating, again, the Fair Labor Standards Law, which is a 1934 law, I want to say. We have the PRWORCA of 1996 and the IIRIA of 1996 as well, both of which these laws, or all three of them, are being violated by companies that are willing to hire undocumented immigrants and pay them less than a fair minimum wage, depending on federal or state, whichever one is higher. Stop using psychology as a cop-out. You can't properly mitigate a situation with just psychology. Otherwise, I don't know if you realize this or not, antidepressants would always fix the issue of suicidal ideation.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that last point that you just made? I kind of lost the sauce on that one.
If the psychological effect of something fixed everything, right, or actually helped mitigate it, we would see that antidepressants actually fix suicidal tendencies.
Whoa, hang on. Are you
I'm done because his background noise was killing me. In order to speak and not hear the clipping in the background, I had to mute him. So annoying. I can't stand that background noise. Sincerely, stop saying psychology every 3 words. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Date of birth, go.
Can't give you my date of birth.
Okay. Figured as much. Guys, can we try to light up the kissy hearts in the gift gallery? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Trump has taken away our rights.
W. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, how are you?
Niggers, niggers, niggers.
Why are you weird? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
18?
Nah, you're not. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
Yeah, try that without trying to laugh. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
20.
Okay. Still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
W. Thank you for calling the stream. Oh, Canada. Thank you, Daniel. And thank you, Dawn, for all of the hearts as well in the U.S. Constitution. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
27.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. What year did you graduate high school?
16.
When are you turning 28?
May 17.
Okay. Are you still
So
supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah. So why do you not support Donald Trump?
You are, though, still supporting Trump?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't support a president that actively goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution.
In which article specifically?
Article 1, 2, 3, and 6.
In Article 1, how could you give any examples?
Sure, if you can tell me what Article 1 of the Constitution is, or what it covers.
I'm a bit sick, but believe it defines the structure of the electoral process.
Nope, incorrect.
You're awesome.
It's then could you be able to summarize it for me?
Do you know what
Since you
Article
seem to
2
know it.
is?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what Article 2 of the Constitution is?
Yes, that establishes the executive branch, right?
Oh, okay. And what's Article 3?
All right, how about you, instead of trying to treat me like a child, we have an actual conversation?
No, I'm trying to.
So why do you
I'm
not
checking your
support
level
Trump?
of knowledge, sir.
Why do you not support Trump, ma'am?
I already told you why, and now I'm
No, you
seeing
didn't
where
give
I need to
any
start
specific
at with your
details.
level of knowledge
And
to
the problem is
education.
that there's women like you that are disconnected
Oh,
from
he's
reality.
so upset. I know. Go ahead and throw your little tantrum. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll woman-splain for you. Okay, I got this. All right. Article 1 of the United States Constitution goes over the legislative branch of government's duties. Ooh, that's Congress, right? Article 2, you were correct. It does go over the executive branch duties. Article 3 goes over the judicial branch duties. Article 6 explicitly goes over the oath of office, where within the oath of office, you have to swear to uphold the Constitution and honor and acknowledge the three co equal branches of government. So, see, when the Supreme Court of the United States, that's Article 3 of the Constitution, right, determined that Donald Trump's tariffs, the IEEPA tariffs, were unconstitutional because of Article 1, Section 8 of the United States Constitution, right? That showed that Donald Trump directly violated Article 1, Article 2 by overstepping his Article 2 granted powers, and then also violated Article 6 because he violated his oath of office. He's also attempting to violate the first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 10th, 14th, 16th Amendments of the United States Constitution. And actually the 24th as well. I do have to throw that one in there with the poll tax. So these are like main things, right? So I personally like a president that doesn't attempt to utilize the Constitution as toilet paper. And yeah, that's just like my biggest one. And I think that that should be a reason for any individual within the United States of America to not support the president of the United States if they shat all over the entire Constitution. Sir, there's no conversation to be had with you when you already made a comment like this is why women. You've already shown that you're unable to have this conversation. If you need to call 911, you gotta hang up first. I know that cough is really getting to you. Anyways, while he's just mucking around on his keyboard because he just realized today what Roman numerals are and what they do, if you guys want to send super chats, send some memberships, become a member, send some gifts. Oh, now he hangs up as soon as I start soliciting. By the way, guys, it's been an hour and 47 minutes into my live, and I not once encouraged y'all to hit follow or hit that subscribe button. I am absolutely failing today, okay? Please, if you are new here, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. I go live 4 to 5 days a week on my own platform. 3 to 5 days. Man, I do a lot. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 49.
Awesome. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Hell no.
W. Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
About 20. Why? Oh, wait, my bad. Dude, I just wanted to say it's really cool what you're doing.
Well, thanks, man.
That you're speaking up for yourself, and it's awesome. I've actually never been on a live before.
Well, welcome on. I hope you have a great day, okay?
You too. Keep doing what you do.
I plan on it. Thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 25.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. What's he done so far that's earned your continued support since he's been back in office?
I understand a lot of the decisions he's making are quite controversial, but I think that's overall towards
You're awesome.
outsiders and not people from the United States. I think he's done a really good work in protecting interests of the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like trying to protect economics during his mandates with seeing a very good economic improvements besides, you know, everything that's going on lately in the Middle East.
You realize that the worldwide inflation rate increased because of the war in the Middle East, which is not being economically sound.
Yeah, of course, but I'm referring to America only, not
Well, you said that he was
elsewhere.
good for the world on like America on the world stage. Increasing the inflation rate on the world stage as a result of a war of choice by the United States president is not being good for the outlook of America on the world stage.
No, sorry, ma'am. I meant we. I think he is protecting the interests of American people.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
why do you
mean
care about that in
he's trying
BC,
to protect.
Canada?
Sorry.
Why do you care about that all the way up in Canada?
Oh, I'm in Canada, but I'm in Canada right now, but I live in New York.
Yeah, I doubt it. You guys act like I can't look this stuff up. So silly. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Hi, I'm 18.
Uh-huh. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do support Donald Trump.
Sweet. Date of birth, go.
Date of birth, July 2nd, 2006.
Still wrong, buddy. Try again. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
19.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely not.
All right. W. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I am. The world isn't is gray and black, not just white. And your opinions,
Oh, are you
although
calling back? Are you the guy that was like upset about the 12-year-old scenario that I gave someone else and you're like calling back on their behalf again?
see that's
It's still you. No, it's just that I'm really good with numbers, so I recognize the number that you're calling in from. That's okay, perfect. I love that you presented me the opportunity again to go over some super chats. So, guys, while he's having his mantram, please go ahead. I encourage you. Send a Cash App, send a Venmo, send a super chat, become a member, become a super fan, do all of the amazing things, and I'm going to read it out as you do it. So, it really seems to get him going. And this one I think was about you, so I'm going to read this to you again. Thank you, Cher, so much for the galaxy. Trump has enabled all of the sociopaths in America. That was about you. My wife family is from Mexico and Iran. They came here because America is the land of opportunity. Everyone has the right to come here because sometimes it can be hard to get here legally. Thank you, Wyatt. I appreciate that. Modern, thank you so much for becoming a member. Corey, thank you for becoming a member. Kat, thank you for saying, or Keta, thank you for saying you're great. MAGA's full of losers who support a pedo. Ooh, that's you. Ooh, that's not cool. Trump is using Christians that are easily brainwashed and hold them up as a false idol. Praise Jesus and repent. And thank you, Jeremy, as well. You're doing great. Keep it up. I plan on it. Coco, thank you as well for becoming a member. Let's see. My favorite dyslexia joke, and yes, I'm dyslexic. What's the difference between Santa and Satan? The spelling. I get that one, actually. Moose, hey caller, your so-called immigration issue can be fixed by simply investing half of the military and ICE budgets into rebuilding their countries, and then they wouldn't have a reason to be in the United States. But Moose, you see, that would I don't know, that would somehow hurt the United States of America and their worldview because we'd be fixing up a whole other country. And I wanted to also thank Paul for the 10. He said 100%. Appreciate that so much. Oh, wow. And we got a bunch of gifts that also came in. Let's read through all of those. We have, thank you, Real Ketchup, for the jewels. We have Oba, thank you for the jewels. Aaliyah, thank you. JK, thank you for the jewels. Giyu, thank you for the jewels. Yeah, thank you guys for all the jewels. Wow, he's still here 2 minutes later while being on silent. He got nothing else better to do. That's okay. I can go through some news while you just sit here and try to occupy time. You're not going to bother me any. I always have things that I can go over. Thank you, Timmy, for the clock it for 80 jewels. I appreciate that. We can go over some news. I haven't had an opportunity to really read through some of the news on live recently because y'all just be doing things. So who wants to watch Russell Vogt just not know answers in front of Congress. Let's see. Oh, here. We love the favorite line, right? What about Biden? That's like the best line ever, according to these people. We're going to go ahead and put that up on screen. Let's get this going. And put that up on screen. Da, 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 and volume is on.
$7.6 billion in clean energy grants based on whether the recipient lived in a blue state. Yes or no?
I don't recall what that judge said, but we have not made the determinations based on whether the state is.
In fact, Mr. Vogt, on January 12th, 2026, U.S. Judge Amit Mehta said, quote, defendants, meaning you, Mr. Vogt, freely admit that they made grant determination decisions primarily, if not exclusively, based on whether the awardee resided in a state whose citizens voted for President Trump in 2024. Mr. Vogt, yes or no? Federal judges said OMB's freeze of $10 billion in child care and family assistance funding, quote, appeared designed to punish communities that the administration agreed with. Yes or no? Was that something that federal judges said about you and your leadership?
I think the judge's characterization is getting at the degree to which we are focused on states that we think are mismanaged.
Okay,
heavily.
that is not in fact the case. In fact, U.S. District Judge Trina Thompson found the administration broke the law and froze funds as a politically motivated move disguised as fraud prevention. So your characterization actually is false. Other courts have said that withholding congressionally approved funding is, quote, vindictive and unlawful. Courts have found that freezing funds create, quote, irreparable harm against the American people. And the GAO, the Government Accountability Office, the watchdog agency that investigates how federal agencies spend taxpayer dollars, has reported that you broke the law multiple times. And they have said that you have refused to spend money that was dedicated for Americans. The Constitution gives Congress the power to spend money and not the president. Mr. Vogt, your actions clearly show that you want to cut federal funds from anyone who didn't vote for Donald Trump. Are you trying to get revenge on states that did not vote for your boss?
No, of course not. What's interesting about the question is that Joe Biden withheld.
Oh, for goodness sakes, can we please bring it back to my question? It was a yes or no question.
But Biden! Guys, like, this is, I just want to point that out because they're so bad and, like, so indoctrinated by their own selves that even the fucking appointed cabinet just goes immediately in front of Congress. But Biden, oh my God, Biden did X, Y, and Z, and it's so bad. Oh my God, can't let that guy just, I don't know, live out his rest of his life in peace with his unfortunate cancer. Yeah, and I can't say that.
Awesome.
Cutter, thank you for the $4.99. I didn't want to mess that up. I appreciate that. I hope everyone has an amazing day, a wonderful night. And if I don't see you, I'm always wishing everyone a better tomorrow. Dude is still on the phone. I have no idea why, because I'm not talking to him anymore. So I don't know why he's still here. I guess he has like 3 hours to waste or something. He just doesn't have a life or something, I guess. That's why I said I'll just read through everything. It's okay. It just gives me that opportunity. So I appreciate that. It's really great. Did I miss any other members? Let's see. No, Cluminati just hit their 5-month fan level. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Let me get that back off screen. All right, no, I don't think I missed anybody. So there's that. It's okay. We can watch another video together, guys. You want to watch another video together? Oh, also, again, if you're new, be sure to hit that follow, hit that subscribe button just while we're sitting here. And he just, I don't know, 7 minutes of not having a conversation with somebody, and he just like still going. Hold on, somebody did highlight their chat. I wanted to call in, but I see you don't want to debate people who hold similar views to you, and I respect that, but this is bigger than Trump. Just wondering what your thoughts are on bipartisan corruption. I heard you say before you don't support Gavin Newsom. No, I don't support Gavin Newsom. I have issues with Gavin Newsom. I don't think that, like, and I hold the same tune to Trump, right? I don't think that our office of the presidency should be degraded to the point where we're mocking other world leaders on social media the way that Donald Trump uses it, right? Because that's basically what he's been doing. I don't agree with Gavin Newsom adopting his, I don't know, candor or his personality when it comes to social media. I think it's funny. I don't want that to be my president. That's trailer talk. That could be it. I could see that. But I don't want that to be my president. I don't want to see it. Right? I don't like it. Okay. I think that the office of the presidency is something to look up for or look up to. And especially when it comes to Donald Trump, I don't think that somebody that has been held civilly liable of sexual assault deserves to be in that position, because that's saying that that's okay. Just a reminder that 77 million American citizens, including the man that's still on the phone who already admitted that he voted for Donald Trump, are okay with someone being accused of rape being in the office of president. It's also okay for someone to be accused of pedophilia to be in the office of president. That's not a large enough line, and that's a line that they're okay with crossing. Racism is okay to be in the office of the president, and he doesn't care. It was not a solid line for them, right? Isn't that funny? It's so funny. Yeah, he's still babbling, Tara. It is so funny that 77 million American citizens, and I do understand that some of them can be unaware of the things that happened, okay? I agree with it. Some people could have been completely unaware because not all of the information was as out there as we like to believe it was, right? Some people like me don't get on Facebook. I could have missed it, right? So yeah, we'll put this out here. I don't think an accused rapist should be allowed to be in the office of president. All right. Yeah, I know, Tara. He doesn't get it. So it's just what he's gonna keep doing. But it's okay. 77 million people said that it was okay that he was an accused rapist. 77 million people said that it's okay that he was a 34 count felon for committing fraud. 77 million people, like Caller, said that it was okay that he defrauding a children's cancer society is okay with them because they don't care about children with cancer. 77 million American citizens said that they were okay with racism. And it's so silly with that one. 77 million American citizens. Actually, no, I can't say all of them. All right. A good majority, the people that are still MAGA as today, right? The people that are still MAGA, like Caller, who already admitted that he still supports Donald Trump, who's still on the phone, 11 minutes of not even being talked to, right? Not even being addressed, okay? He is one of the people that says it's okay that 2.4 million American citizens were being removed from receiving their SNAP benefits and therefore are facing food insecurity in the United States. We already have 250 million American citizens that die. Is it million? Sorry, not million. 250,000 American citizens that die as a result of malnutrition, aka starvation. Starvation is not an option on a death certificate, but malnutrition is, right? Sorry, starvation isn't a cause of death, but malnutrition is. And so now that number is expected to increase because of 2.4 million people that were stripped off of SNAP benefits. We also see that as a result of the changes to Medicaid and Medicare, that's 15 to 17 million American citizens are going to go without access to health insurance starting in October because of the work requirements. And if we're saying that it's really going to push people back to going to work, why hasn't our unemployment rate actually decreased a significant amount? It hasn't. In fact, it's gone up. We've seen more people looking for jobs right now than we have previously since before the changes were enacted. Interesting, but that's not a line for someone like Caller, right? Just like Caller is okay that American citizens don't get treated because of EMTALA because they're not able to prove their citizenship when they go to the ER, because that's what Donald Trump wants. That's what changes he wants to make to EMTALA, is that you have to prove that you're a citizen in order to get treated at the emergency room, where we are once again going to have people dying on the streets in front of hospitals because of callous assholes like you. And let's see, you sent another one. Yeah, that's a good point, Suru. Suru says, I voted for Trump in 2020, but once I read the big, beautiful bill, I changed my tune. That's good. Once I looked deeper, it became clear we shouldn't marginalize people who are fed propaganda. We should correct their beliefs with facts, which I see you doing, but engaging with idiots doesn't get that. It makes those people look worse and makes the division worse. No, I don't disagree with your points. I'm not saying that. Listen, if I had people that were actually like the people that are willing to have a genuine conversation without attempting to tone police or go after me for something that I said to another caller that they disagreed with, like this all started because he was upset that I called someone who called themselves Christian unchristian like for their words and their behavior. There are certain people that don't deserve respect when they come up rude and obnoxious to start with. And that's just my opinion. Oh. There we go. Yeah, it's fine, Suru. It's just what it is. Yeah, like a lot of people don't call in to have a genuine conversation, unfortunately. And the thing is, and I think people forget this, I'm not here to change the people that call in. I'm not here to change their mind.
You're awesome.
That's the biggest thing. I'm not here to change their mind. I'm here for the people that are listening in on the chat. If I wanted to change people's mind, I wouldn't just talk to MAGA. I would actually be talking to every person. Not here for the people on the call. Yes, Knight, he is still on the phone. Why? I don't know. I sincerely have no idea. Let's see. I bet everyone's gone from here, though. We're gonna hit all the buttons. It's kind of funny, Neely, if I'm being honest. Ooh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not a Trump supporter, so I know a lot of the things that he does is wrong. It says in the Bible that you're supposed to love thy neighbor, not hate him, and not start wars with him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent you a message, but I don't know if you received it. I sent it through your messenger, right?
What, you mean like you sent it to me on TikTok?
I guess it was under your name, so I didn't. It was basically the same thing. I don't agree with the wars that he's starting. I don't agree with any of that stuff. You're not supposed to kill. That's one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not commit murder.
Yeah.
I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, sir. You have a good one.
You.
Oh, I wasn't trying to cut you off. Are you still there, Laurel? Did you mean to be up here? Hello, do you know you're on the panel? Take that as a no, but thank you for coming up. Oh, this is a good question. Would Kamala have been better than Trump? Honestly, okay. I don't know if Harris would have been better than Donald Trump. Here's why. right? There is no guarantee that she would not have gone to war with Iran, okay? I think that she would have caused less harm than Donald Trump. H.R. 1, aka the One Big Beautiful Bill, would not have been passed by Kamala Harris. And I think that's an important piece, right? Would have called the Iran leaders coconuts and would have ended it. You guys can disagree with me. The reason why I'm saying that there's no guarantee Harris wouldn't have started a war with Iran is because she did have a comment, right? She did say in an interview that Iran was the biggest threat to the United States at that time. There is no denying that she said those words, okay? But no, she would have caused a lot less harm to the United States as we see in it. I have full belief that Alex Preddy and Renee Nicole Good would still be alive today if Kamala Harris was still the citizen. I believe that all of the other individuals that died as a result of DHS would still be alive today because there's so many more, right? You have Keith Porter Jr., you have Dr. Davis, who died as a result of an illegal immigrant crashing while they were being chased by ICE agents, right? She would still be alive today, and that's a true statement. I believe that we actually would have had some kind of border reform. Yeah, believe there actually would have been some border reform been initiated. So yes, she would have been better than Donald Trump. I believe we would not have seen the levels of tragedies that we've seen today. We wouldn't have, exactly, Chasm, we wouldn't have what's close to a Nazi camp. We wouldn't have concentration camps. But I have no proof or guarantee that she wouldn't have done something with Iran. She would not have been an Israeli puppet. I agree with that statement that somebody made in the comments. I agree with that. That's absolutely true. She wouldn't have been bowing to Netanyahu. She was, in fact, the one person that refused to meet with Netanyahu when he came to the United States in 2024. Can't say it'd be great, but it would have been better. I don't think we would have bombed Nigeria. Oh, God. Polly's got... I mean, the United States is being heavily influenced by the Israeli government. I honestly think that no matter who the president is, we would have gone to war in the Middle East, whether or not it was with Iran, Iraq again, or Syria. Hillary wanted to put a no-fly zone over Syria, which would have pissed Russia off. Oh, I don't disagree with you, Suru. I agree. That's what I'm saying. There's no guarantee we wouldn't be back in a war in the Middle East or with Iran. That's a true statement. Dude, if you have time to sit on here for 21 minutes, please go do something else. That was insane. Dude was literally here for 21 minutes. Why, I have no idea. I did finally hang up on him. All right, I am 13 minutes over my time. Yeah, he was still there, Tara. He stayed on there. He's a big fan. Big Buku fan. All right. Guys, tomorrow's Friday, so I won't be on. I will probably be on Saturday morning, so look out for that. I think around 11:30. Sorry, not 11:30. That's not the right time. 10:30 or 11 a.m. Saturday morning Eastern time. So just putting that out there ahead of time. I will be on Saturday morning. I don't know for how long. Okay, but I will be on. So be on the lookout. Come hang out. And y'all enjoy your Friday. I know it's been a long time since I've been on in a Saturday morning, so come enjoy it. Hit that follow, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications. Bye, guys.